is great for vegetarian and vegan diet. Yeah.
You know,
Can you say got it?
okay. I don't want to leave. Okay.
So it's a beautiful day. Spring is definitely sprung, hopefully.
Yes. I said to him as I was driving today back and forth or whatever, I drove past this one little stone wall and that person had, it looks like daffodils, you know, when all the
Yeah.
green is up.
Yes, yes.
My
they're definitely-
lilacs are beginning the little green at the end of the branches.
We took
It's
a walk.
exciting.
We took a walk yesterday and we saw some of the trees had little baby buds. So
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
lot of birds out, cardinals and blue jays and stuff. We're seeing that too. Pretty
See, I get them all year long. The
Oh,
cardinals, yeah, I have families and the little, well, I feed them in the winter.
Yeah, I get those through the winter too,
oh, do
Yeah.
you?
but there's more, I think, now.
There's more now. I'm telling
Well, a
you.
couple of weeks ago when I saw my first robin, so
Oh,
that was exciting.
that is. Oh gosh,
What is it, just two of us today?
I know.
Seven.
Oh,
It
seven.
says 10 participants. If
Oh,
you
there
click
we
on
go.
participants.
Well, I think, it's okay. Yeah, I'm
Everybody
making dinner
have
for us
essential.
anyway, so if you're with me or not, it's fine.
You're making supper?
I
There you
am. You're just joining me. What can I tell you? But
Susan, where are you
this
located?
month- Huh?
Where are you located?
North Stamford.
Oh,
Yeah.
I used to live there many years ago,
Oh, really? Where?
right on High Ridge Road, up on the upper end.
Oh, okay. We're off of Long Ridge.
Oh,
About
okay.
3 miles up from the Merritt.
Right? Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah, it's really, we love it. If you ever heard of the Long Ridge Tavern, which is no longer called the Long Ridge Tavern, we're about a half a mile from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was a staple, but now they're just reopening and it's some fancier place called, what is it, the Farmhouse at the Crossroads or something like that. So
Oh.
we'll see. So I'm gonna get started because I have this head of cauliflower in my hand. And I'm gonna keep playing with it. So you all know who I am, Susan Doyle, Oasis Senior Advisors. We do assisted living and senior living options. So anybody you know who has questions, give me a ring. But today's Downsized Gourmet, it's the end of March. No, I'm not doing St. Patrick's Day because I'm corned beefed out. I'm doing something with cauliflower. Believe it or not, a cauliflower steak. It's very chic these days. Who would have thought cauliflower steak? We tried out this recipe last Friday. So for us, we're Catholic, it's Lent, and so no meat on Fridays. My mom called me to dinner. And we said, oh, I'm having cauliflower steak. She's like, what? What's that? Anyway, so we're gonna make some cauliflower steak. We're also gonna make this Italian skillet with farro and zucchini and some vegetables and ground chicken. And then my favorite, I don't know if you like coconut. I love coconut. I found like this super simple recipe for coconut macaroons. Takes 5 minutes. Well, actually 15 in the oven. Oh my gosh. And I can't wait to eat one again because I've been unfortunately eating them for 2 weeks. But anyway, so cauliflower, it used to be really icky when I was growing up. Yes, that's the technical term. No one really liked it. It was something that you had to eat. But now it's becoming a real staple. People are going vegetarian and vegan, or just like an interesting side dish. So we're going to make a cauliflower steak, which is really just taking a slice of cauliflower, about an inch slice of cauliflower. So if you take a nice size cauliflower, I guess this is a medium-sized one. Sometimes in the summertime, they get super large, but now this is basically an average-sized one. I washed it already, rinsed it off, and I took off the leaves. What you want to do is you want to cut, you still want to keep this core intact, right? Because it's going to hold it's going to hold your steak together. If you don't have the core, it's just gonna break up into little florets, which is fine, but that's kind of defeats the purpose. This recipe can be used as a main dish, as a side dish, whatever you want, but when we made it, I gotta tell you, it's pretty filling. So this cauliflower, I have my oven preheated to 425. We're gonna put it on a parchment paper covered cookie sheet, a rimmed baking dish. So as I said, I took off my grain stalks and I'm gonna cut it in half. So I get 2 halves, right? And then we're going to make it about an inch. Cut it again. Now, some of the florets might fall off. That's fine, no big deal. Because then you can just cook it around, put the florets around your steak or save them for a salad or whatever you want. Okay, so I've got that, I can probably make another one out of this. Oh, look at it. It's a little thick, but that's okay. Oops, see, it's starting to fall apart, but that's okay. So we're gonna put it on the dish. I mean, the baking sheet. And I've got olive oil and garlic, minced garlic, and we're just going to brush our steaks with this, both sides. So, whoops, I didn't flip that one over, that was silly. Just, there you go. Now, what are we gonna put on it? So I've got in the recipe, which I'll send to you, please put your emails in there. I know I have them, but just send it again. And this way I'll send it right to you. I've got a basic seasoning that you can throw on top of it. Pepper, garlic powder, paprika, coriander if you want. But I'm a big fan of dry rubs. So when something like this, since it's just a head of cauliflower, you can really, use what you want. As I said, I love dry rubs. We were visiting friends down in Florida, and they had this spice shop. So I just picked up some dry rub. And so what you're gonna do is sprinkle some dry rub on it. You can also get some really nice ones at the grocery store. I mean, so we have this local store called La Roca's. It's in North Stamford. It's this little market, and they have this great little barbecue rub. Throw a little bit on that, right? I'm just gonna put a little bit more here. And then we're going to only on one side. We're going to roast this in the oven for about 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, we're going to flip them over and add more rub. So I'm going to stick that in my 425 oven. And 15, start. Okay. So these, as I said, we can use, I'm going to use for a salad. I actually have more cauliflower in the refrigerator, so I'll probably make something else later with that. So I'm just going to stick this over here. And now, I didn't even talk about cauliflower. So why is cauliflower so good for you? It's really low in calories and high in fiber, really good antioxidants, and low carbs. Low carbs. So if you're, a lot of people are on low carb diet. You can use cauliflower in place of a lot of your grains or your high carb foods. So you could use cauliflower to make like riced cauliflower, which is really chopping it really, really fine, or you can buy it riced in the frozen food section, or even the refrigerator, the refrigerator section of the produce market. They have it, and you just cook it with some garlic and oil. Yum. Pizza crusts, you can have cauliflower pizza crust. They've made, oh gosh, cauliflower mash. So instead of using mashed potatoes, potatoes for mashed potatoes, you can use cauliflower. Believe it or not, still pretty good. And then cauliflower mac and cheese. Who would have thunk? But you can replace the pasta with the cauliflower. All kinds of different ideas, right? So moving down from cauliflower, the what? I'm moving the rubs. I'm moving the rubs out of the way. Okay. So Okay, he's telling me I have to move things out of the way. Because it's messy. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna move on to my next thing that I'm gonna be making, which is, as I said, an Italian chicken, farro, and vegetable dish, all made in one skillet, which we all love. So we're gonna start with the vegetables, which is, I did 1 zucchini and I chopped it up, which is here. I have a red pepper. If you don't have a red pepper, you can use yellow. If you don't have a yellow pepper, you can use green. I'm a big fan of reds, and reds are very, I don't know, they're everywhere now. So I did about, this is a really large one. Use half of a red pepper, but if you like pepper, use more. And then shallots, however, whatever you want to call it, potato. These are 2 nice big ones, 3 small ones. If you don't like so much onion, use less, but you really need to have some of this. So I pre-chopped everything. I've got, I'm using a cast iron skillet. It's you know what? It tells me to use spray, but I'm a big fan of olive oil. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to cook the vegetables. This is taking so long to heat up, but that's okay. You know me and my electric stove. So I'm gonna put all of my zucchini in here. I'm a big fan of shallots. You might think it's a lot, it's really not, but I like them. And then the red pepper. And we're just going to let that cook for a little while. I also made this spice mixture that it tells you to make, and it's made up of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning is kind of a combination of basil, oregano, marjoram, all kinds of stuff. Some garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, and oregano. So I'm gonna, as I said, I put these veggies in. And then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of this spice mixture on top. This way it cooks with that and gets that flavor. We're going to let that cook for a little while. And because we let that cook for about 10 minutes, I remove the veggies, add the chicken, the ground chicken, and half a pound of ground chicken. And I'll add some chopped tomatoes. And we'll let that simmer. Then we'll put everything back together with the farro and call it a day. So farro is actually an ancient grain. It's wheat. Now, farro is actually, it does have carbs, but it's excuse me, it's low calorie, high protein, like super high protein. So this is one of those superfoods. 1 cup of farro is like 6 grams of protein. So I'm mixing it with chicken. This is going to be really, really good for you. It's even healthier than quinoa. I'm a big fan of quinoa, and this is even better. Very popular in Italian cooking. So food thought. When you buy farro, I got this at Trader Joe's because it's the only one they had. It's the 10-minute farro. It only takes 10 minutes to cook, and so you cook it with chicken broth. We're only going to use a half a cup of uncooked, which is 1 cup cooked. We'll add that later. So I'm going to put this to the side for now. So I'm going to put this over here with me. Since this has to cook for a little while, I'm going to start with the macaroons, because they really do only take like 5 minutes. So you're thinking, oh my gosh, Susan, you're jumping all over the place, but that's okay. So with this, I took 3/4 of a cup of shredded coconut, regular shredded coconut, and I put it, and I toasted it. I put it in the oven. It was 350 degrees for 5 minutes. and it came out nice and toasted. Really, really that simple. So what we do, this is really simple. Like, I can't believe how simple this is. We're going to take a large egg, and you're only going to use the white. And the egg yolk, we're going to save for next month. We're making this chocolate chip cookie, the ridiculous chocolate chip cookie, which uses 1 egg yolk. So, as I said, we just want the white, no yolk in it. We're going to put this in a bowl, just like so. And we're just going to whip it for a second. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1, 2, and a pinch of salt. Literally pinch. And then we just mix. We want all that sugar to get dissolved into that egg white. A little trick, if you want them really, if you want your macaroons really fluffy, then you're gonna beat them more. I typically don't care. I did this, I made this a few times already. As I said, I can't stop eating these things. So you really just want to mix everything together. You add coconut. Stir so that everything's moistened. And then, I mean, really, it's this simple. Then I'm going to take my little melon baller. And plop them on here. And if they don't turn into little perfect balls, that's okay. And these, I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And after I put these on my parchment paper lined cookie sheet, you really want parchment paper, because if they do stick, the last time I made them, I didn't put parchment paper on and they stuck. It was still fine, but you know, it's better if you have parchment paper. So this one made, I think I put a little bit more coconut this time than the last one. All right. I'm gonna go plop this in my oven. There's a little piece of this. And I stick these in the oven. As I said, 15 minutes. I'll just keep them on there. Oh, those are looking good. Okay. So I'm going to put this out of the way. So my vegetables, getting back to my my Chicken Farro chicken skillet thing. My veggies look good. I'm going to remove them. Just put them on, just put them on the side. Later on, we don't want to overcook our veggies because they'll burn. So just remove them from the skillet, like so. And then what we're going to do is just add a little bit more oil. If you want to use cooking spray, you can use cooking spray. That's fine. All right. And then we're going to just have regular ground chicken. If you like it more, if you want to put more chicken in it than a ½ pound, feel free. If you want less, feel free. It's up to you. So I'm going to put in about 2/3 of this, because when I made this the last time, I wanted more chickeny. that sounds chicken. What did you think for my chicken? So, put this out of the way. And we just want to, cook it. This cooks really quickly. The ground chicken, any of this is ground. You could use turkey if you wanted to. So we just want to cook this a couple of minutes until it's no longer pink. I want to see what's going on here. Oh, so slow, but that's okay. So this is going to, it's almost done. It's no longer pink. It smells really good. It always smells really good, right? So then we're going to add, I'm just going to make sure I'm doing this right. We're going to, I've got a can of diced tomatoes, just a 14-ounce can of, diced tomatoes with their juices. We plop that right in. And then I'm going to let this cook. Let it simmer for a few minutes. Now that I look at it, I kind of improvise along the way. We're going to be adding some chopped basil and chopped parsley at the end, but I'm just going to throw a little bit right now because I want to. I'm always thinking of when I add chopped tomatoes that don't really have any flavoring in it. I think you really need to add, basil and oregano. I know this spice mix has it in it, but you can add and tweak these recipes as much, to your liking. A lot of these recipes I'll find online, and I just change them because I found that some of the recipes that you find on some of these sites aren't really flavorful. So as you can see, I tweak. So we're going to let that simmer for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to take a little peek at my cauliflower, and I'm going to flip it over because it's almost time. I can take it out so you can see. Where am I going here? I'm going to go right here. I'm just going to flip it over. We've got the oil on the other side already. I mean, look how beautiful that is. And then I'm going to take my dry rub. That's why I like dry rub. Just kind of sprinkle it on. And put it on the other side. And really, load it on there because cauliflower doesn't have much flavor, as I said. I'm also going to add, where did I put it? Oh, I'm a big grated cheese fan. So I'm going to throw a little bit of grated cheese on here. You don't have to. But I found the last time when I made it, I liked it. Now, this again. Oven. Okay. There we go. All right. So this has been simmering. Going back to my chicken and tomatoes right now. Now what you do is we're going to add the farro. Now farro, as I said, it's a grain. It's a wheat grain. It's really nutty. I don't know if you've ever used it before. Well, one of my recipes, we use farro. I don't remember which one it was, but it's really nutty. It really can hold up to something like this type of a dish that has a lot of liquid. So we're going to put in that farro. This is a half a cup uncooked, which is about 1 cup cooked. Right. And then, oh wait, looks yummy. That's there. Then we're going to put our vegetables back. Yes.
Can you freeze leftovers?
Can you freeze leftovers? Can you freeze leftovers? Yes, you can. I think the vegetables might not hold up. So I've hacked this recipe. You could quarter it. And so that, I would say leftovers that you could make, you could add this to make a chili out of it. You can put this, really on top of a salad, you know, you could serve it. But can you, I don't know, with the, I don't know with the zucchini, definitely with the tomatoes and the peppers, the zucchinis might get a little mushy. Can't hurt. So with this, if you want, you can add a little bit more of the spice mix. I'm going to.
No.
And then
Oh,
we're going to top it with, I have some fresh parsley that, yes, I am still growing down in my basement under grow lights. I can't believe it. My parsley's still going crazy. And I've got fresh basil, which no, I didn't grow downstairs. And then what we want to do, and this is only if you want, is some mozzarella, some shredded mozzarella. It's about 2 ounces. It's part of the recipe and it really does make it delicious. So we're going to put the mozzarella on top. Just sprinkle it on top. You want grated cheese? I mean, I have fresh grated Romano, but hey, I'm Italian, can't not use it.
thanks.
All right, I'm gonna move all this stuff out of the way. And then put,
I guess it needs its own mouse.
just cover it a bit. Well, my cover doesn't fit. Let's see, do I have a bigger cover? I hope I have a bigger cover. Yeah.
This one doesn't seem to do anything.
A cover. Until it melts a little bit. Oh well, I don't have a cover for this. So maybe a little piece of foil. You just want it to melt, right? So I'm waiting. I just want to show you, I gotta take a quick peek at my macaroons. Voila! So these are the ones I made the other day. I don't know if you can see them. I mean, really, and I'll put them over here. So you can see them better over here. Okay. So macaroons, I melted some chocolate. These were just maybe a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. I stuck in the microwave for about a minute. Stirred it up and then just, dunked the bottoms in them. So chocolate macaroons. I can't wait to eat this. So something is done. Let's see. Oops, there we go. This actually went a little bit too high. Oops. Ow. That thing's problem. Fortunately, the temperature in my lower oven went a little bit too high. So.
There it is.
So, this is why we make them ahead of time. But it unfortunately popped up to 450, a little bit too fast. But as you can see, we're gonna let them sit for a little while so that they cool down. You can put these in the refrigerator or the freezer, quite frankly. But I made them, I let them sit out, and then I put them in the fridge. And delicious, absolutely delicious.
There was a little piece in the.
So they're so good. I want you to
God,
I've been dying to eat these all day. And then
Is this one out?
this is
There.
basically done. So let me get a hot plate, otherwise known as that. And then this is isn't that look great? So it's the ground chicken farro, vegetables, cheese. And then
Can of tomatoes.
my cauliflower. I mean, I'll show it to you. I'm gonna stick it back in the oven because this one, these are a little thick, but actually, I think they are done. Believe it or not, until they're fork tender. So you want me to show you over here because it's a better. Yeah, they really are done, but I think I'm,
Maybe I had it upside down. Maybe that's-
yeah, they're done. They're definitely done. So, my goodness, I finished a lot earlier than I thought I was going to finish. I'm gonna eat my macaroons, so can I have any questions?
um, I'm looking
So this
for-
was fun. I know it was really, really quick. So just to show you, I made 3 things in a half an hour. I can't believe it.
You made the macarons yesterday.
I wish you were here so that you could eat some of these, because I know we're gonna have them tonight.
There it is, open.
So,
Shut this maybe. Okay.
so I guess next month, we are gonna be doing it a week later, because the 3rd Monday is Easter Monday. And
This.
I'm not gonna fight with that. We're probably gonna do,
Click into
the
it.
kids are coming in for Easter, so so we're gonna do, it's the 4th Monday, which I think is the 26th, if I'm so whatever the 4th Monday is, but then in May and June, it's gonna go back to the 3rd Monday. So if you saw it in your, some of the senior center bulletins still had it as the 3rd Monday for next month. I just wanted to let you know that it's gonna be the 4th. Okay.
Why is it on me though? Join-
Everything looks great, Susan.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Good.
I'm
why is
looking
it-
forward to eating this again, aren't you, Paul?
Yes. I
He
said,
doesn't
I just
realize-
wrote down the 18th, but you said it's the 25th?
But whatever the Monday is, the 25th
Yeah, the
or is it
25th.
26th? Yeah, whatever that is, yeah, because the 3rd, as I said, is it's right after Easter, so
That'll be 3 o'clock again.
3 o'clock. Yes, this way go to the senior center and then come back home and and cook with me or watch me.
All good.
Okay. How are the senior centers? I mean, you said that there's slowly but surely things are coming back.
Yeah.
I know that's
Look, attendance is, it's not what it was, but it's good enough to keep them going, you know?
oh,
And it's probably safer that the attendance isn't as much as it was in some classes.
yeah.
So
What kind of classes are they having?
a lot of
Okay.
exercise classes.
Oh, good,
You
good.
know, Fairfield is doing their lifelong learners and all that stuff. I don't think that's virtual. Maybe it is. I'm not part of that, so I don't.
I was at Fairfield last Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, they had yeah, there was a meeting there, and I think it was Thursday. And boy, it was rocking. Every single meeting room
Oh,
was
yeah.
full. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, they have a lot going on. They're doing
Yeah.
movies and, you
Yeah.
know, some lunch 3 days a week. I think Fairfield's doing,
Great.
Trumbull's doing 2.
Yeah,
And, you know,
Here
they're
it is.
slowly but surely getting back.
yes. Well, that's good.
Field has
Yeah.
cards and
Yeah.
Mahjong, and they're
Oh, yeah.
doing Wii bowling next month and cornhole, and
Oh,
so a little bit
cornhole.
fun. Yeah, they're gonna
Oh
teach
my
everybody
gosh.
how to be aces at cornhole.
It's all luck for me. We
Yeah.
played that over COVID with the kids. We had gotten it as a cornhole set as a gift. I tried. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. And then you
I
got,
almost took out my partner the last time I played it.
it's very competitive. You know, one of our kids is in college and the other ones, you know, are not too far removed. So they're experts. They're like, go on, Mom. I'm like, okay. It's all fun though. So
And you're outside getting fresh air.
I know exactly. But yeah, but hopefully, as I said, we'll see them in a couple of weeks, which will be nice.
Yeah.
So I hope you all enjoy your spring, we'll see you in April, which will be really spring. And if you celebrate Easter, happy Passover, anything that you do celebrate, or if you don't, that's fine too. Just be well, be healthy, and thank you so much for zooming in, really.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I
my
can't wait to
pleasure.
get these recipes. I definitely, that skillet dish, it looks awesome.
It's so easy. I got as I
Yeah.
said, I mean, we'll have leftovers from this, and then we'll have it the next day. But you can really have, and you don't have to put so much farro in it. The farro makes it, I mean, it's delicious, don't get me wrong, but you can cut back on the farro and even the chicken, and then it just becomes,
I missed
not
the beginning, but it's like little pieces of chicken and cans of tomato.
When I made this the first time, we had, I had made a roast chicken, and I had the leftover chicken that I had, taken off the bird, and I used that. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So then it's even faster. You just kind of whip it all up, throw things together. Really good.
And then
The time-consuming part is chopping the vegetables.
Well, yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, that's,
I highly recommend. Do I have it? You can get this anywhere now. I mean, Bed Bath and Beyond, I don't know where we got this, but it's my little chopper. I don't know if you've ever seen these things before.
got one of those.
I've even got one, my 21-year-old son, he broke this first. I'm like, how'd you break it? He's 20, 21, whatever. And you just, you slice it in half, and then you go bam, it's very therapeutic. But it's good on the eyes too, if you're gonna cut onions or shallots or anything like that, you just pop them in. The other thing with this is that it tells you on the side, half a cup, so you know how much you need,
Oh, that's
right?
good.
So,
Yeah.
right, so what is a half of, so what is one zucchini? Well, one zucchini is a cup, believe it or not. So it's
Depending
really
on the
helpful.
size, though.
Yeah, it's on the side. So
No,
you chop it.
depending on the size of the zucchini.
Right, exactly. But I
Yeah.
always buy more than one zucchini anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm always buying, because,
It was peppers and zucchini.
right,
And
I mean, you use them all the time, at least I do.
Farro in it,
Yeah,
and then mozzarella, shredded mozz.
yeah, and I always have a brick in the refrigerator, not a brick, but from the grocery
Yes.
store.
Romano,
Chunk.
which is what we used, and a cover so it would melt.
Or even just a piece of foil. If you don't, because this for my cast iron, I don't have a cover for it, but you could put a piece of foil or anything on top. But it's only for a minute. With the cast iron, if you feel like sticking it in the oven for a minute or two, you can do that, right? I mean, I love this thing.
You send the recipes from last month?
Yeah, I did. Did you not get it?
No, I missed the class because they didn't send out the link. So,
Yeah, I wasn't in last
It was
month
a
either 'cause I was
holiday.
away.
That day.
Yeah, that was a fun. Jim, please put your email in the text, and then
I did.
I'll resend last month's.
Yeah,
And
I'm not sure I got last month's either, but I was there, but
yeah,
maybe
no, I
Mary Ann and
sent-
Al would know.
I'll send it again, not a problem. And then, so I'll also send you the link, which is always the same. It's the same link every time. So,
Oh.
yeah, so if you wanted to put it in your calendar or save it somewhere, but I'll shoot that to you too. So this way, with the date, so this way you know.
thank you.
Yeah,
Of course. Yeah, last month, what did we do last month? I forgot. What did we do?
I don't remember off the
I
top of my
know,
head.
isn't that terrible?
Oh, No, that's not there either.
I
I was
have
gonna
it, though.
ask Al, but I
have it in my
see-
computer. I can't
I was gonna
remember.
say, I was gonna ask Al and Mary Ann. I don't know if they can hear me. They're muted. They're neighbors. And
Yeah, Donna, I can hear you.
do you remember what we did last month?
The ground turkey and the stuffed peppers.
Oh, that's right. the
That's
stuffed
right. Oh, yes.
peppers.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. I don't know if I got it. I wrote it down, but yes, thank
Right,
you. Al.
so that's another thing. Thank you for reminding me. So if you have your pound of chicken or turkey, right? So you can make stuffed peppers. You can use this to put in the pepper too. Thank you very much. Thank you for reminding me. So you can stuff it, you know, your pepper and stick it back in the oven, right? There's all kinds of things. Oh, we made something where you put the leftovers. Who said to put in a baked potato? We did something. Yeah, we did something.
I think somebody here suggested.
Yeah, yeah. But I will. I'll shoot you out emails, and I'll with last month's on this month and the link. And then this guy here.
Is that your oven?
Well, I think it's telling me that it's time to go. Because we're getting a little bit of
Your
feedback.
oven light is blinking. Does that have anything to do with it?
my oven. No.
I see the blue light.
It's just the camera.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
okay.
camera.
Oh, okay.
You'd be amazed with the setup. I'm very impressed with Paul. We've got lights, we've got cameras, we've got screens.
And we
This
need
is
to
not
say
what we
thank
do
you
for a
to him
living.
too, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
As I said, I'm just a talent. He's the brains.
Yeah, but what a team you make.
32 years of marriage. Thank you. Going on 33. Oh my God, so funny. All right, well, listen, you have a great month. Happy holidays, and we'll see you April
25th.
Yes, and I'll send all that stuff out to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.